Welcome to White Day 1. Now I'm gonna quickly pack up, get on the road, and I'll meet you on the road and give you a context about the ride that's gonna last over the course of the next 1 week or so of time. Let's head out. Okay, quick equipment check. Up ready for Rann of Kutch. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm leaving from Gurgaon. First stop, not exactly the first stop, but the target है that I should be able to reach Pushkar, and I'm gonna drive easy because I'm not really bent on time again, so I'm gonna be enjoying the ride. That's the whole point of it, right? So I'll catch you on the road real quick. Well, there are places that you want to visit, and then there are places that you really, really you dream of vacationing at, right? And then there are fetishes. These are places that you know will carry you away from civilization, that's going to thrust you inside. And these are places that you'd rather be alone at, preferably, drive down to these places because it's just not just about A and Z. There are 24 letters in between.
क्या बात है सर क्या बात है सर क्या बात ये बात है
White is one of those rides I've had a deep fetish for and for a very long time. Rural Rajasthan and the secludes of Gujarat, it doesn't get any better than that. Now Feb da mahina hove, hafte di chuttiyan hon, what do? Make that fetish a reality. So I'm off to the Great White. In fact, the weekend before I could picturize myself in the middle of a desert looking all cool.
Very cool.
On my bike riding at 200. Okay, 80. Here I was a week later, all packed up and on the road. We're just about 100 kilometers from Gurgaon and look at the beautiful views already. Something tells me this ride will be amazing. Speaking of kilometers, our ride today is about 400 kilometers and we're riding down to Pushkar, which will be the stop for tonight. And you'll see I limit my riding to under 500 kilometers every day on this ride, which is not too less, neither too much that I have to rush. And the ride to run takes us through beautiful Royal Rajasthan and then to Gujarat. The best time to visit these states is from November to February. That is also the time when they have the famous Kutch festival at Rann of Kutch, which we will visit, but that's not the main, so to speak, destination that we're going for. Leaving apart some of these potholes that you see right in the middle of the road, the highway was pretty well built for the most part of it. I've been to a lot of places in Rajasthan in the past, but that was over a decade and a half back with my parents, and gladly so. My dad also has a knack for traveling. So this is to some extent nostalgic in a way, at least for the parts that I remember from back then. The scarce vegetation, the small hilltops, and beautiful turbans all tell the tale of a culturally and naturally gifted state. The vastness of the land around is absorbing. The road invites you to put your foot down on the throttle, or in my case, turn my wrist, because I'm on a bike and there's no whatever.
अरे तू ड्राइवर है कि स्क्रू ड्राइवर है बेवकूफ
After being almost mowed over by the truck over here, and passing random people just standing on the road staring into the universe, and then some random people parking their car right on the highway, I'm about halfway done with our journey for the day. I'm headed to Pushkar. I'm currently near Manoharpur, which is the Zilla is Jaipur. So this is where I'm at right now. Although while driving, it doesn't bother you as much because you have the cool breeze kind of going through. But for a February afternoon, it was pretty warm. Now, from here, we take a left, we'll bypass Jaipur and head straight over to Ajmer. Pushkar is just about 9 to 10 kilometers off of Ajmer. It's on a small hilltop. So we're heading there now. Now, how's that for a scene? Look at the beautiful topography around. Well, I'm not talking about Sonam. She was part of our trip, any which ways. She and New Highway King, the Taba that you see on the right, these two lined the whole of the highway that I traveled through Rajasthan. One thing that's worth noticing is that on all the small hilltops or the tibbas that you see around, almost on all of them, you would notice a temple right up top. And on my way back from Gujarat, I did get a chance to be able to stop at a few of them, and they were really ancient temples, very beautiful temples. Most of them here are Mahadev temples, by the way. Yep, that was me singing. That's what happens when the heat gets to you. I obviously had to muffle my voice because I don't really want people to start following me instead of Sidhu Moosewala, right? So we'll just continue with the ride. Now I'm almost there where I want to be, which is Ajmer, in another couple of hours. I've been riding for about 6 hours by now. I started at about 9, it's about 3 in the afternoon. Now, pardon me for this cringy footage, but you need to check out this guy. Look at how he's driving. He was creating ruckus all over the highway, and then there was this another guy who just wanted to follow suit, I guess. And yeah, by the way, I had the pleasure of driving with the bugger for a good 10-20 odd kilometers. I've cut out that footage because I didn't want any more cringe-worthy moments in this video. So it's time for a quick lunch, and I'll move forward from there. Now, it's not Gujarat just yet, but we're gonna have lunch at the New Patel Hotel, and I'll catch you back on the road in a little while. You can now notice the sun dropping down in the horizon. So pretty soon it's gonna be sunset. By the time I reached Ajmer, it was already evening time. So I went over to Pushkar and put up for the night. I did drive around Pushkar a little bit, but then most of what I wanted to visit in Pushkar, I would do that the following morning. And I would stay there till about afternoon, and then I leave for my next destination. Hey, notice the spooky looking trees that they have all over the place. That got denser the more we went into Rajasthan. The flora and fauna was very unique. Yes, please, ma'am. By all means, go ahead. You cross the road first. I'm the intruder here, not you. And by the way, never honk when you see an animal crossing, and it just startles them. So instead, just hold on to your horses. We're supposed to be the human beings over here, right? So hold on to your horses, let them pass away, because we're the intruders. We're the one who put down concrete in the middle of nowhere. It was their habitat. Another 30 kilometers to go for Ajmer, because even though I have a bike and I can travel faster, but I drive slow as This beautiful highway is the Jaipur-Ajmer Expressway, and currently we're crossing Kishangarh. It's a beautiful town which was visible right off of the flyover, and it literally felt as if I was riding into the sunset. Stopped midway to kind of show you. This is the Khoda Ganesh Mandir, and this is like a thing here, right? Every small tibba or a hilltop like this, they have a mandir of some sort, and I saw that all along the road. Beautiful sunset, beautiful mandir we were able to see, no? What beautiful sunset, man! Look at that, what a beautiful sunset. Straight out of a movie. Now we've entered Ajmer. The hills you see right up front, those are the ones that we have Pushkar in. So there's one of the hilltops. Right within those hilltops is where Pushkar is at. So we're going to cross Ajmer, cross the Ajmer lake, stop there for a couple of minutes, and then move over to Pushkar. What a beautiful, beautiful place. What you see on your left is the beautiful Chowpatty, and this is what brought me back to Ajmer on my last day of this journey. Since while going towards Gujarat, I stayed at Pushkar, I had no plans of what route I'd take to come back, so I chose Ajmer. It's now a bit of a climb. From here we go up top the hill here, and that's where Pushkar is. Signing off for the day. Tomorrow we visit Pushkar and we'll visit Ajmer the last day of this journey. I'll see you tomorrow.